Hey there, Geometry. Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Math with Mullins. Today we're looking at lesson 11.3, which is area of circles and sectors. So we're going to be looking for how do we find the area of a circle and how do we find the sector of those circles, starting with area of a circle. So we're going to use the formula pi times the radius squared. And so if we're thinking about a circle, the radius is just the length from the edge of the circle to the center, and pi is just 3.14, but we're going to use the pi function on our calculator. So the diameter of a circle is 24 feet. Find the area. First thing we're going to do is find the radius, which is 12 feet, and then we'll use our radius squared times pi in this formula setting. So pi times 12 squared, or 144, you're going to get about 452.39 feet squared. Okay. The next one is find the diameter of a circle when your area is already given to you. So thinking about our area formula, we can maybe plug in 915 is equal to pi r squared. And then first thing we probably want to do is divide both sides by pi. We're going to get about 291.25 is equal to r squared. So to find r, we're just going to take the square root of 291. Square root of 291 is about 17.07. So to find diameter, I'm just going to multiply that by 2, and we'll get about 34.14 meters. Okay. The next up we're going to focus on is a sector of a circle, and that is going to be a region of a circle bounded by a central angle and its intercepted arc. So if we draw a picture of a circle again, maybe this time we do just a center of a circle, and this region right here would be the sector of a circle. And then we typically talk about the central angle as the degrees, which will also match the degrees of the arc. Okay. We're also going to want to know the radius, because when we find the area of a sector, we're going to use this formula. X degrees out of 360 degrees times the area of a circle, so pi times radius squared. So X is degrees of central angle. Okay. That is also going to match the intercepted arc, because anytime we have a central angle, the intercepted arc will be the same. So what we're going to do now is just to do a few practice questions using this formula. At any point in time, if you want to pause the video and try it on your own, feel free, but otherwise we're going to jump right in. Find the area of the shaded region if BC is equal to 15 feet. So 15 feet is here, which is going to appear to be the radius. So we're going to take the degrees, 51, out of 360, and multiply that by the area, so pi times radius squared. You can enter this in right on your calculator. A lot of the times I like to do 51 times pi times 15 squared, or 225, and then divide that by 360. You should get about 100.14 square feet. Okay. Example 4, go ahead and see if you can pause and try this one for sure all by yourself, and when you're ready to check it, click play. So finding the area of the shaded region if GH is equal to 13 yards. The only difference here is that we're not given the degrees for the shaded region, so first we had to subtract this from 360, and we're going to get 234 degrees, so that is the degree we want to use out of 360. And then times my area, so pi times the radius squared, which will be 13 squared, or 169. And again, I like to multiply everything first on the top and then divide by 360. We should get about 345.10 square yards, or 0.1. All of these I'm rounding to the nearest hundredth. It just kind of depends on what your teacher is asking you to do. Hundredth is going to work for me though. On the back, example 5, again, pausing here if you want to try this on your own. When you're ready to check it, click play. So the difference with this one is we've got multiple shaded regions, but they're appearing to be the same, and we're given RS, which is the diameter. So we just want to fix this to make sure we have the radius. So radius is going to be 7 meters. And then some things I did here is I took apart, okay, I have two sets of 17 degrees, so that's splitting 17 times 2, subtracting that from 360. Both of these measures for the shaded regions are going to be 163 degrees. That's kind of a terrible color to put on that gray. There we go. Or you can really just take 34 minus 360, because we're going to end up using 326 out of 360 for that shaded region, and then times pi times 7 squared, because 7 is our radius. So 326 times pi times 7 squared is going to be 139.4 square meters. Example 6, again, finding the area of the shaded region. We know that the shaded region is appearing to be a diameter, so that's probably 180 degrees. So we're going to take 180 plus 58. That's going to give us 238 out of 360. And then multiplying that by our area, pi times radius squared. JM is my diameter, so radius squared would be 5 squared. Again, multiplying straight across, dividing by 360, I got 51.92 square feet. And then one more question for example 7. One sector of a circle already has an area of 42 square feet, and then arc measure of 45, so find the area of the circle. So I'm just going to plug in 42 is equal to 45 degrees out of 360 times my area, pi times radius squared. One way to solve for area is I can multiply by the reciprocal here, 360 over 45 on both sides. That's 360 times 42 divided by 45. I'm getting 336 is equal to pi times radius squared. And since this is the formula for area, 336 square feet would be the area for example 7. That's a quick video for us today. That's all we had. Thanks so much for tuning in, and hopefully this gives you some encouragement in how to find area of circles and sectors. We'll catch you next time as we start to review for the part 1 of our test over area. Have a great day.